Hello, my name is Bukola Ijoma of MC Herbal. So if you have been following me or you watch my previous videos, you'll see I've been talking about how to help you or how to achieve our health goals. And I said to you in one of my videos, and I said there are 4 pillars. So you can't say you want to be, by just eating right, you'll be well, or you want to achieve that goal. No, there are 4 pillars. And I'm here to put you through the 4 pillars and tell you how I make it a simple journey daily for my life. So now today, I talked about the 4 pillars previously, which is positive mental attitude, a healthy lifestyle, a healthy diet, and then the supplementary. So here today, I'm here to talk about the positive mental attitude and how it affects our health goals. So first of all, I want to be sure that the person that is following me already has a health goal. So if you don't have one now, I think you should be thinking about having one. We all should want. If for nothing, your health goals should just be, I want to be healthy or I want to live long. But also you can consider prevention. So maybe you have a family line of some health issues and you don't want to have it. That's a very important health goal that I think all of us should have. That's one. Then you may want to improve the health condition you already have, maybe even heal. That's another goal. So whatever it is to you, just have a goal. So here today, since I'm talking about the mental attitude, so I'm going to say something. I've seen some health coaches that are always like, if you like, don't do this, go and do this, or leave this, leave that. Let me tell you, there are 2 things that can actually help you to adjust or start that health journey. 2 things. One, a life-threatening health or medical issue, or a mental shift, a mind shift, the way you see things. So if you ask me, I recommend that we go the mind shift way, not until we have a life-threatening condition before we decide to do that. So I'll just give you an example of what happened to me with life-threatening. Of course, mine was not a life-threatening condition, but I had a condition that threatened me and made me to stop a bad habit. So before now, I used to take coffee, and I got attracted to coffee. Not that coffee is bad. Coffee has its positive and negative side, and before you start taking coffee, you need to understand what it is and what it's not before you start taking it. So I'm not saying coffee is bad. But I became a coffee addict, let me put it like that. Every morning I must take coffee before doing anything. But you know what? If it was only coffee I was taking, it would have been better. What really attracted me to it was the aroma, the sweetness. So I had this brother who was always brewing, who came to my house at that time. I was brewing the coffee in the morning, and then he would put all the mocha and then the sweetening. Everything would just be so sweet. I just couldn't take my eyes off it. So that was how I started. And then I found out, this thing is also helping me get my day. So that's how I started taking coffee. So I was taking it every day with the creamers and some of these things, something we call 3-in-1, of course, which contained creamer, sugar, and a whole lot of other things just to make it sweet and nice for you. So I was doing that every day. And I know that whatever you are doing consistently, what has the ability to affect your body is what you take every day. What you are doing, the habit or what you are taking, whatever you are doing to yourself every day, you are giving that thing control over your body, either positively or negatively. So I knew, my mind kept telling me at the point that, look, you know what you're doing, because now the thing about the non-dairy creamer is the major ingredients. When you check the ingredient list, you find out the major ingredients, the largest, the one with the highest quantity there is vegetable oil. And we know, or if you don't know, vegetable oil most times are palm oil that has been so processed. You can imagine palm oil or soy oil that has been so processed to change the color, to change the taste, so definitely those things cannot be good for us. So me, I know, but I kept taking, and then sugar, the next ingredient was sugar. But I kept taking it because I was just enjoying it. Then one day, bam, I suddenly had this severe back pain, severe one. When I mean severe, I was crying and I was scared because I didn't even really understand what was wrong with me until I went to the doctor. So, and I got to the doctor was saying, sleep this. In my mind, I knew that you have been taking something that was not going to end up well. And then most times what we do, first of all, affects the weakest part of our body. So the doctor said it was a slip disc, blah, blah, blah. Of course, in my family, there's a history of arthritis, and which has to do with the bone. So of course, I already knew that the weakest part of my body was my bone area. So I was not, so that was the first place that was attacked by these bad habits. And then I had to immediately, nobody needed to tell me. I gave myself brain, like we say in Nigeria. I gave myself brain. So the first thing I stopped was the sweetener. I mean the 3-in-1, the creamer, anything. So I started with taking my coffee with just honey, and then I later went ahead to stop taking coffee. Of course, that's another story. But that was a threatening, for me, it was just like a 3 days pain issue, and it went, but it was severe, trust me. It was very painful, and I just imagine people going through pain, So it wasn't life-threatening, but it was, because if I left it, it would continue, and then, of course, and when he attacked the weakest parts, then he goes to the next weakest if you don't do anything about it. So sometimes these things that show up in our body are signs that we should do something. We should take care of our body. So it's good sometimes. So anyway, I'm not talking about that today. Today is about the positive mental attitude. So I'm just advising, don't let a condition be the one to move you. Let's just shift the mental attitude about this. So first of all, you have a health goal. You want to actually be positive about it. So you want to believe that it's possible. So you want to be optimistic, and then you also want to attach positive emotions. Happiness. Can you give me other emotions that are being optimistic? Name them. And then you want to stay away from the negative emotions. Being pessimistic, those things also have effects on your body. So let me just break it down. The positive attitude or positive emotions will actually help boost your immune system. While the negative, these are scientifically proven things. I don't want to start boring you with details, but maybe with time, I can write articles and send you the links where you can also read and prove these things. So, but for now, negative emotions disrupt your immune system. Positive emotions boost your immune system. So choose one. Now, let me explain what your immune system in layman's terms. Your immune system is like the fence of your body, the wall, the soldiers. Let me just put it, the soldiers that defend your body. So when it is down, you are saying to your body that you are open, the body is open to attack from anywhere. So like I said previously, the attack will start from the weakest part of your body. So sometimes when you frequently fall ill or see signs, tells you that that place needs to be boosted, or you need to work on that system. That's another day story. But for now, you want to keep your immune system strong by having positive emotions. So some negative, of course, we already know that, for example, if somebody says, high blood pressure, they will ask you, are you thinking? Are you worrying? Worrying is a negative emotion. Sadness, So you want to keep all those things, so that, because they also affect your cardiovascular system. So keep the negative. Throw the negative away and keep the positive. But how can you achieve this? Some of us will say it's not possible. With all the things I'm facing, I cannot but deal with sadness. With all the things I'm facing, I cannot but deal with stress. With all the things I'm saying, I cannot but not be depressed. My brother, my sister, that is so not true. Yes, you can do it. So we don't have control over what happens to us, but we actually have control on what's our response, or how we respond to what happens to us. And how we respond is actually determines the end point, the final result. So if you respond negatively, you just accept all the negative effects, all the negative things. The end point is negative. If you respond positively, be sure that the end point is positive. And then the health, at the end of the day, your body is strong enough to deal with this situation. So how do I deal with negative situations or life or stress or things that actually wants me to put me in that negative state? How? I have some major lifestyle, simple things that I do. Not simple, to you at the beginning it may look like complex, but to me it's simple now. So it all starts with clean up your mind. And I call that my meditation. So meditation, I wake up in the morning, I do that in the morning. You can do it anytime that's okay for you, when you can be quiet. That's when you are able to drain your mind. Just focus on your breath. So in the process of focusing on your breath, you're also observing the thoughts, because your mind is full. So you want to really observe your thoughts, and you want to be in control. You want to choose what you're actually thinking about. because it's what you said. You know, the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so he is. So you want to control what you are thinking about. And what you're thinking about, for you to even know what you're thinking about, because trust me, in the head, there's a lot of conversation going through our head. So you need to observe it. So when you wake up or you find a quiet time and you focus on your breath, and you just make sure your mind stays on your breath, as those thoughts will come. You don't need to drive it away. Observe it and then let it go and go back to your breath. Observe it. So when you start doing this thing, you become a conscious being. You become conscious of what's going on in your head, because really, even all the prayers, if you are not conscious of what you can pray, when you leave your prayer ground, you go and go back to your mind loaded with other things, and then you can't even create the miracle you want, because to create your miracle you have to have faith. Your mind has to be on something that you want to create. But when your mind is loaded, you can't even create it. And the same with your health goals. So you want to be healthy, you first of all have to clean and ask yourself, or find out what you are thinking about, what your mind is saying about that thing. You will find out sometimes that your mind is actually telling you that it is going. Your thoughts will come. Some thoughts will say, oh no, you're dead, you cannot be well, or this is just okay, just accept it, it's just part of life. You know, all those things. You need to find a way to shift it so that you can become positive. You can now, because really you are what you think and you are what you allow. Your body, the inside, your organs and everything are controlled by you. Funny enough, yeah. So if you are smiling, if you are happy, your organs are happy. If you are sad, they can hear you, they can feel you, they will drop. So you want to first of all start by working on that. And meditation has gone a long way for me. Initially, it felt like an impossible task, of course, but I had, you know, when you've made up your mind to do something, you will do what it takes. I mean, everything it takes will also come in your direction. So for me, I had a group, or I had somebody walk me through it, through a community. I mean, that's, if you want to know more about that, you can send me a DM, I'll tell you about it. So meditation became, and you know, the moment I started my meditation, even my spiritual life, even my prayer life, a whole lot of things jacked up. And we know that all these things helps our health or helps our healing. So you want to start with meditation. When you start doing meditation and you start finding out, this is taking us to the second thing I do, and you start finding out what is right, what is in your head, you start shifting, you start being conscious of what you're thinking, and you are allowing to dwell on. So what you are dwelling on, then you will get to the point where you are able to visualize. Yes, where you're able to visualize. So I visualize. So what I've not visualized, then I've not started working on it. The moment I have something I want to deal with, the first place, the second place after my meditation is visualization. So I want to visualize the end point, what I want to achieve. I want to see it in my mind, in my head, wherever you want to call it. I want to see it. So I spend time. It could be after or during my meditation, or after my meditation. I then allow myself to dream. Yeah, to dream. And to see visions of where I want to be. So, especially in my health goals. Then from there, you are able to now speak it. Affirmations. You know, there are different techniques in doing these things, and I practice different techniques. So there's one I mean, mirror. I stay at the mirror and I speak to myself, you know. And then sometimes I just, maybe from my prayers, I get scriptures that concerns what I want to achieve, and I speak it. Sometimes I even record my voice and put it in my ear, so I'm listening all the time. My body's listening, every part of my body is listening and has to comply. So meditation, affirmation, and visualization. These three things have gone a long way in helping my life, my health, and every aspect of my life. And so it improves my mental state. Like, it gives me peace. I'm able to deal with stress, really, because daily we face stress. I can't deny that, and I know we all are going through it one way or the other, especially these times that we are in. So, but these three things is something that I think is very important for now, for a period like now. Whatever health goals you want to achieve, you need to be able to get to that positive mental state, because that's what is going to help your body. You know, your brain is connected to your body one way or the other, especially your immune system and your cardiovascular. In fact, it's connected to every part of your body. So that's why you have people, like for me, I used to have ulcer, and what used to provoke ulcer for me wasn't about food, it was about stress. So when I'm seriously worried or stressed, that's when I used to feel. So you can imagine that's like ulcer being affected by my emotions. So that person out there today who has not actually started dealing with his mental attitude I'm advising you today, and I'm saying today that consider, you can start with one thing. And you know, the moment you start, is what I found out, the moment you have that mental shift, you see, life and everything begins to move in the direction at which you want. It brings things to you. Everything that is not like, is this magic? No, it just happens because you change your mindset. You change, and when you change your mindset, you also change what you're saying, and you also change your perception about what is happening. So that health issue that seems impossible, or that family lineage disease that you already have accepted that, okay, this is my cross, I'm going to have it too. My brother, my sister, you don't have to have it. Just shift your mind. So work on that positive mindset, and then prevent emotional negative emotions to keep sickness. I mean, to keep you from getting sick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that being said, I want you to go back home today and think about where your mental state is right now. Are you in the positive space? Your mental attitude, yes, is it in the positive space or is it in the negative space? If you keep following me, I'll go ahead in helping you clear these things. So maybe I'll have questionnaires, how you can ask yourself and actually know where you are. And then I can also list out some of the positive emotions and what they do to your health, some of the negative emotions, what they do to your health. Just keep following me and I'll keep updating you. And remember, we have a long way to go. This is a journey. And like I said in my first video, in one of my videos, time and action will take your health from where it is now to the next place. So is it a good place or a bad place, depending on the action. Time is constant, so you have to also give time. But your action determines which direction you're going. Thank you for listening to me. See you next time. Remember, we're in this together. Bye.